Thank you, Mitch, for the opportunity to present this exciting new membership model for our congregation today. Fellow congregants, Ortsion's Board of Directors is keenly aware of the challenges gripping our community and our world. We understand this pandemic is causing financial hardship for many of you. In fact, in a survey we conducted just about 2 weeks ago, 206 of you responded. And we learned that nearly 50% of the respondents and their immediate families have been financially impacted by the coronavirus. When asked if you expect to renew your membership if the dues were kept at the same level, 14% were unsure and 4% more said probably not. As the board prepared for our congregation's new fiscal year, which begins July 1, we were concerned about those of you contemplating relinquishing your membership because costs could be a financial stress in these uncertain times. 40% of the respondents who said they were experiencing financial difficulty indicated that they would likely ask for a dues and religious school tuition abatement. Now, we know that that process can be uncomfortable, and frankly, we felt it's inconsistent with our goal to be a welcoming congregation and quite honestly, contrary to our Jewish values. We've always strived to include everyone who wants to be a part of Ortsion, regardless of one's ability to afford membership dues. For the past 2 years, our board of directors has been researching and evaluating a more contemporary annual commitment model, which would replace our current due structure. We believe now is the time to proceed with that approach. Synagogues across the country have implemented this dynamic, simple, and pragmatic model with much success and satisfaction. And we strongly believe it will allow us to sustain and promote our unique community. So how does the annual Gift of the Heart commitment model work? In June, you'll receive a personalized letter with an annual Gift of the Heart commitment recommendation. But you decide how much you want to pledge. Some of you may decide that you can contribute more than that suggested amount, which will help to support those congregants who may not be able to afford that amount. We simply ask that you contribute what you can afford in order to sustain our congregation. No longer will anyone need to ask for financial relief from an abatement committee. In preparing your individual commitment recommendation, we've considered both the average contribution needed per household to sustain our congregation, as well as the amount of financial support, including dues, tuition, and the Yom Kippur appeal that you've made in the past year. So what does it cost to sustain our congregation? Well, you just heard Norm Kerr, Ortsion's treasurer, that our congregation's operating budget for the upcoming fiscal year is over $1.1 million. We have 393 congregant households, and if our expenses were shared equally, we would each be responsible for $2,882. So we're fortunate to have several very generous congregants who regularly give above and beyond their dues, making it possible for us to provide dues reductions and still sustain our budget. For this, we're truly grateful. Congregation Ortsion has typically provided $50,000 in annual membership abatements for congregants with financial need. So why do this now? One, because times like these require innovative thinking and a bold new approach given the unprecedented nature of the societal change we're experiencing. Our congregation has been significantly impacted by the coronavirus. Two, the board prepared for these challenges when we adopted this year's budget, being very conservative. And as you just saw in Norm's presentation, we reduced our expectations for revenues. Three, we believe that Congregation Ortsion's financial structure should mirror our community's focus on culture, mission, and relationships. Specifically, we value the relationship of our congregants with each other and our community's relationship with God. The traditional synagogue membership dues model is transactional. You're told how much to pay for services that are offered. The annual commitment model reverses this sequence. Your commitment reflects the value that you place on our community, our house of worship, our programs, and the services that you receive at Congregation Or Zion. What will the change look like, and what are the benefits of an annual gift of the heart commitment? Well, it replaces our dues, security fees, and the Yom Kippur appeal as we know it. It includes high holiday tickets for you and the immediate family members in your household. If you have children in religious school, your contribution includes religious school tuition. But it doesn't include B'nai Mitzvah training fees, our capital fundraising, other fundraising opportunities, or USY Kadima Men's Club and Women's League dues. We'll be offering 3 payment options, and we ask that you definitively choose one of these. You can pay in up to 12 equal installments starting in July, charged to your credit or your debit card or withdrawn from your checking account. You can make 4 equal payments, again, charged to your credit or debit card or withdrawn from your checking account on or about the 1st of July, September, December, and March of next year. Or you can pay in full by September 1 of this year. We don't want to lose congregants for financial reasons. And with this new model, we believe that we can achieve this goal. In the current economic climate, we know that many of you are facing challenges. Your business may be struggling. You may have lost your job, been furloughed, or received a pay cut. More than ever, now is the time for Or Zion to provide valuable programs, services, and inspiring relationships to keep our congregants engaged. It's not a time to lose congregants for financial reasons. At a special board meeting held May 7, the Or Zion Board of Directors voted unanimously to adopt the annual Gift of the Heart commitment model. Because we believe this new model will make us stronger, both financially and as a Kehillah Kadoshah, a holy community. If it succeeds, as it has for so many other Reform and conservative congregations across this country, we will retain this model and continue to grow our synagogue. Lastly, we'll be holding informational meetings on the Zoom platform next Sunday, May 24th at 4 p.m. and again on Monday, May 25th at 7 p.m. for those congregants unable to join us today and to answer questions that you may think about after today's meeting. I thank you for your kind attention. We'll be taking your questions shortly, so please, if you have questions, use that Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. And thank you again.